Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate on how to conduct ANOVA or one-way ANOVA analysis in Stata. So first, let me upload or load my data into Stata interface. So I'm using a health or public health data and which is available online. So I use wave views and the name of the data set and then execute selection, or you can also use Stata command window for doing this. So I'm going to use this Stata do file. So execute selection, and then you see this, all the variables are loaded here, and we're going to use two main variables. One is a continuous outcome or continuous variable called BP systole, which is systolic blood pressure, and another categorical or grouping variable called age group. So basically in one-way ANOVA, we actually are interested in showing how the continuous outcome is distributed across various categories in a group. So basically it's also called a grouping variable, which is the independent uh, or the categorical variable. So it's a relationship between a categorical variable and outcome variable. So now what it's why we need this, well, when it is appropriate, right? So we need this when t-test or chi-square test can't do this operation, right? So as you might have remembered that we have used t-test or chi-square test for binary variable or variable with mainly with two categories. But for one-way ANOVA, we use the grouping variable that has more than two categories, and I will show you pretty soon. So the question is, does systolic blood pressure differ across age groups? So, and we're gonna get the descriptive statistics for BP systole variable, and you can see this is a continuous outcome, minimum 65 and 300, and then we're going to use a grouping variable called age group. But for this one, we're going to tabulate it so that we can see the categories, right? So, and you can see there are six different age categories. And so we are interested in understanding how this BP systole, this mean is different across this age group. So we assume that there should be difference, because as you grow older, you should have higher levels of high blood pressure. So therefore, that's our hypothesis. But the alternative hypothesis is that all groups have equal outcome, like equal BP systole or systolic blood pressure. So now I'm gonna use one-way ANOVA table, a one-way ANOVA command. This is one way of writing command, but yeah, I can use this one-way BP systole and age group and then tabulate. So this table is going to give us the descriptive stats as well, and then execute selection. So then now we have our table. So from the summary systolic blood pressure table, you can see the distribution of the mean systolic blood pressure across age groups. So the least you can see is for 20 to 29 years old people. They have really very normal average blood pressure, and then 30 to the slightly higher than this group, and then this also normal, 40 to 49, and then for 50 59 and 60 69 and 70 plus. So as you can see, as we have expected, that as people grow older, they have higher levels of average systolic blood pressure. So now, from this summary table, we actually do not know whether these differences that we can see are statistically meaningful or significant. right? So therefore we have a test for this, and the test that we look at is this p-value, right? The analysis of variance. This is the analysis of variance between groups and within groups. Between groups is basically the variation across these groups, across these age groups. But within groups is that's within this particular age group. Okay, so and these are the statistics that are useful, but we do not need interpretation right now. So what we actually need to look at is this p-value. So that tells us whether there's these differences are significant or not. Okay, so we can see the p-value is less than 0.05, and so we reject the null that these values are equal, right? So and accept the research hypothesis that at least one of these groups is significantly different from the other, from another group, right? At least one of the groups. So this is what the ANOVA test does for us. So it ensures that we are, we are 99% confident, because you can take 0.001% as a probability, confident that there is at least one group that is significantly different in terms of systolic blood pressure from the other age group, right? So that's how you interpret it. However, from the standard ANOVA test, you do not know which group has the significantly higher value than the other group, right? So that's why we need more tests, which basically include we call it post hoc tests. And we'll do two key multiple comparison test. We don't need Bonferroni test because of a reason that we really have a large sample size, over 10,000 observations. So this is very conservative, especially when you have low sample size for a category. That's when you actually need this conservative test called Bonferroni corrections test. So now the way we write the code is PW mean, which is pairwise mean, meaning that we compare each of the groups with each of the group, okay? And then the outcome variable, which is BP systole, and comma over age group, and M compare, and in bracket 2 key. So this is the code for 2 key. So you use the outcome variable first, and then comma and over age groups, and then we select this and execute this selection. And you can see the 2 key post-hoc test, and we'll now understand whether like which group is significantly different from from the other group. So you can see they are comparing all groups against each other. Okay, so 30 to 39 and 20 to 29. This is the comparison. So let's look at this the difference of this group, right? So the contrast, which is basically the difference between this group, is 2.89, about 3 in systolic blood pressure. That's their difference. Okay, so 30 to 39 people have on average 2.89 difference in systolic blood pressure. Okay, and the most important thing is this 95% confidence interval. That's where the 2 key test, whether it's significant or not, the difference. So you can see that for this value, we are 95% confidence that this value fall between 1 and about 5. Okay, so this confidence interval tells us about the confidence of this contrast, right? So you can see it does not include 0. That means the difference is not 0. Okay, so if the difference includes 0, like say this number is 0 but this number is positive, then that means there is no difference between these two groups. Okay, So since it does not include any zero, that means this difference is really significant. So this Tukey test specifies which groups are like has the higher, significantly higher value than another group. So, however, all these comparisons, and if you look at all these comparisons, you can see none of these values include any zero. Even if you go further, you see even higher values. So none of these values include any zero. That means the difference is not zero, but higher than that, which is really significant. So the interpretation is, when you don't see any zero between these numbers, then that means this difference is statistically significant. So all groups has significantly different value than compared to another group. So this is how you interpret. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you are really interested in One-Way ANOVA in more details, I have another detailed full guide for this. And so I would encourage you to watch that as well. Thanks again. If you think that this was helpful for you, please subscribe my channel and share it. Thanks.